Well, it took me a little while to finally get it, but it is finally here. I have the Black Series Clones of the Republic, Mace Windu, and 187th Legion Clone Trooper 2-pack. This one was kind of a hard set to get, because it was first available on Hasbro Pulse, and I guess Hasbro Pulse only has like 5 available at a time, because it kept selling out and selling out and selling out, and I was always at work when it came in stock, or it was just for Hasbro Pulse Premium members, and that is absolutely not worth it. So yeah, I just couldn't get it on Hasbro Pulse, and thankfully, finally, the Disney Store got it in stock, and it was in stock for, geez, it went in stock on May 4th, and it was in stock for like nearly 2 weeks. I think it finally just went out of stock. It's not on the website anymore, unfortunately. So hopefully, if this is a set you want, you will be able to get it somehow. Maybe Disney will put it back on the website. I'm not sure, but it is very cool that we have a Black Series figure of the super awesome purple 187th Legion Clone Trooper. Love it, love it, love it. Unfortunately for me, as just a Clone Trooper collector, I had to buy it in a 2-pack with Mace Windu. I do not collect Black Series outside of the clones, and I only get like a few select favorites. I got the Tartakovsky Mace Windu because it's like, oh, I love the Tartakovsky series. I got rid of that. I don't even have that anymore. So I will briefly go over this, but I will probably not end up keeping this Mace Windu. You can see the package is pretty cool. I'm pretty excited to see where this like clones of the Republic line continues. We are going to get the Yoda and Gree set again. A Yoda I'm going to have to get rid of. But hey, it's, you know, cool that we're getting like the white and green Gree. And I'm really curious to see how this goes along. So we can see on the side here, we have Mace Windu. He has his Clone Wars armor on his arms. Pretty cool. We have not gotten this version of Mace Windu yet. So for collectors, it's a nice version of Mace Windu to have. Just not for me. And on this side, we have a very, very cool image of the 187th Legion clone. One of my absolute favorite iterations of the Clone Trooper. Something about this purple, man. It's so good. I'm happy to see pretty much any merchandise of it. Flipping around the back, we can see that same nice artwork. And then a brief little bio, pretty much just a generic read-up on the clones, and then Mace Windu's suspicions of a plot to destroy the Jedi. That's pretty much the bio back there. So yeah, let's go ahead and open this. Let's see what we got. Again, I'm pretty excited. Definitely a fan of the 187th. I got the original Hasbro Battle Pack when I was a kid, and loved it. Absolutely loved it. Unfortunately, a little bit of a warning. My childhood 187ths did yellow, so when I do a comparison, it will be a little discolored. Hopefully one of these days I can just repaint it. I don't know. Oh, why don't you use hydrogen peroxide? Already did. It became yellow again. So, yeah, we'll see. Alright, it's got this big old plastic window. So much junk. Let's get this Mace Windu out so we can get him out of the way first. Can I just cut this tape? Sometimes you can just get the lightsaber out without having to cut anything, but I don't think today's going to be that day. I mean, Black Series figures are good. Whoa, he just did a flip. That was impressive. I mean, Black Series figures that aren't clones are good. You know, they're good figures. I just don't have a collection of them anymore, and I don't need them. Because I don't have the budget, I don't have the space, I don't have the interest in having the same things just a few inches bigger. You know, I don't need that. I just don't need that. But with clones, I love the clones. That is something I am A-okay with. Come on out, buddy. Come on out. There we go. I'm very excited to see what this clone has to offer, for sure. Alrighty, let's get all this junk out of the way and let's take a look at them. Alrighty, getting these guys out of the box into some more presentable poses. They're looking really cool. The 187th Trooper immediately has something that is kind of disappointing to me, but we'll get into that. And yeah, I mean, for collectors that want a Mace Windu to go with this Trooper, it's perfectly fine. I kind of debated if I wanted to have the Jedi Generals to go with, you know, the clones, but then I was like, oh, that would mean I'd have to get Ahsoka and Aayla Secura and Yoda and Palpatine. It would just be too much. So I decided I just want the clones. I don't need the Jedi Generals. I'm okay. So let's talk about this Mace Windu first, because this is Clone Corner. I'm a clone collector. This is not a figure I need. This only would exist as an accessory to that guy in my collection. I just don't need it. But I haven't really handled a Jedi Black Series figure in a long time, so I'm kind of curious how this is going to turn out. So the head sculpt, that's Sam Jackson right there. That's really good. Like, that is a really good likeness to Sam Jackson. I really do enjoy that. And one fun little fact, the reason why these are the 187th is because 187 is the California Police Code for murder, and Sam Jackson was the star of a movie called 187. So they decided to name his clone troopers the 187th. Just a little fun fact if you didn't know that. Yeah, this Mace Windu is kind of neat. You know, pretty solid feeling when it comes to the articulation. This tunic's kind of like a bit of an overlay that seems like, yeah, I can kind of get out of the way if you want his arms a little bit more forward. He has quite the ball joint at the waist. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. The legs, they seem to move pretty good. Yeah, pretty solid figure overall, you know. If you're a Black Series fan, definitely might be something you want to get. It has double jointed knees. That's something they don't really do nowadays. How about his ankles? I can see that the peg is like really all the way at the front, looking at that. Yeah, it seems like his ankles can move like all the way back, but like none forward. That's kind of a pretty bad design, but that's not the end of the world. Does it have a hole on the belt for the lightsaber? Because it has a little peg on there. Nope. Nope, no hole on the belt. That's kind of an oversight. Typically, they've always done that. But yeah, can you remove the blade? Yeah, it looks like you can. I just don't want to because I'm not going to keep this guy and I don't want to break him because I would like to sell him. Yeah, Mace Windu, if this is one that you want for your collection, it's not bad. Got the little Jedi symbol on the arm. Yeah, it's cool that this variant of Mace Windu is out there for 6-inch collectors, but it's just not for me. All right, the 187th. This is the 187th Legion Trooper. We have already seen the 187th Battalion Trooper in the Black Series as a Walgreens exclusive, but now we have the Legion Trooper, and the Legion Troopers are purple shock troopers. We have seen shock troopers in red, gray, and purple, and I love the shock troopers. They are one of my favorite styles of clone. And in my opinion, like, these troopers are still technically shock troopers because all these little stripes, I believe, indicate shock trooper because all these little stripes were also the tattoo that Cara Dune had on her arm because she was a rebel shock trooper. So I've always kind of, ever since seeing that on Cara Dune, I see all those little stripes, and to me that means shock trooper. So technically, at least in my book, the 187th Legion Troopers are shock troopers to some extent. And yeah, he looks really cool. What can I say? I like the look. He's purple. He is purple. And I really do like just the deco. You know, it's all the same shade of purple, which isn't necessarily 100% accurate, but still it works well enough. You can see he's got the purple belt, purple chest. He has all the little shock trooper parts he needs colored, knee pads. Yeah, they definitely did a good job. But my disappointment comes from the mold. I thought this was going to be the new mold, but nope. It is the old mold. This is the more standard clone trooper mold we have seen for a while, where it has the shoulder pads attached to the arm. I kind of wondered if it was going to be this one or not, because it looked a little scrawnier than like the newer molds that we've seen. But honestly, if this is how the second clone mold is going to go out, I would say it went out with a bang. Because obviously the Apo, the Phase 2 troopers, the 332nd, they look better, they feel better, they are better. But this one is still really nice. You can see weapon-wise, he comes with what we've known for all these years. Same weapons. Yeah, let's get a little bit closer, because I do want to show off the details just a little bit more. Yeah, this looks nice. Definitely looks nice. I love the black brow on the helmet. I think they did a good job with that. You can see there's pretty much just all the same shade of purple, when the original 3 1/4-inch figure had like 2 shades of purple. Well, technically 3. We'll get into that. Yeah, just looks good overall. Definitely a fan. Paint seems nice and solid. The articulation is the same we have seen with this mold of Clone Trooper. He does have a removable helmet, which was kind of one of the reasons why I was wondering if he would be the new mold or not. And underneath, yep, that's the pretty standard face we have seen all this time. I definitely appreciate the inclusion of the removable helmet, because this is one of the first times that the old mold has been given the removable helmet. Because most of the time the helmet's just glued on, you know? So I really appreciate that, hey, the helmet is not glued on this guy. We can actually have a nice purple clone without the helmet on. So yeah, definitely a big fan of this one. But I want to do some comparisons. I want to see this guy next to some of his other purple bros, as well as his other 187th bro. I'm very curious. Alright, starting off by comparing him to the 187th Battalion Trooper from Walgreens, you can see, yeah, it is quite the stark difference. A lot of people kind of refuse to acknowledge it, but, like, this clone is not white. He's like a tan, and he's such an interesting color. I do like the 187th Battalion Troopers, I do, but I will always prefer the 187th Legion. In my mind, this is the Legion, this is the Battalion. They're both in universe, in my mind, because why can't they be, you know? Why can't they be? It's Star Wars. Who cares? I think they're both cool. Definitely a fan of both. But me being the fan of the purple boys that I am, definitely have to go with the nice new purple one. Alright, here he is with my original 3 3/4 inch figure, and again, I do apologize for how icky and yellow the torso is. I already tried to get rid of the yellowing, and it came back. Maybe I'll try again, but man, I don't know. I've kind of just given up at this point. But the main reason I want to compare these is because I want to compare the shades of purple. The shade of purple on the original one was like a 2 shade. It was a light purple and a dark purple. And I really enjoyed the contrast. Let's get a little bit closer so you can see that. Especially looking at the helmets, you can see how there's like the darker purple that's on the chin and on the stripe, as well as the darker purple on the shoulders and the chest. And then you have the lighter purple for the shock trooper stripes, for the insides of the cheeks, and for like the stripes on the arms and everything. I always loved that two-tone purple. And on this original one too, I don't know if you can notice, but the purple paint on the chin is actually metallic. It's a metallic purple. And I just always loved the look of that. These are definitely some of my favorite childhood clone trooper figures. Again, it is a damn shame that mine are yellow. I'd love to get new ones someday, or maybe I'll just paint them white. I just need to find a paint that won't look all chalky and gross. But we'll see. For now, I'm just happy to still have my childhood ones. But yeah, kind of missing the two-tone purple. It is something that the 187th helmet from Disney did, as well as the big 187th talking figure, which if you haven't seen that, here is a picture of that. I really want it. It's only available, as far as I know, in the UK and Asia right now. If it never makes it to the US, I might have to recruit a fan of mine that lives overseas to maybe help me out with it, because I need that in my life. Maybe they'll do repaints of it too. I don't know. Just the idea of a talking clone trooper toy that's that big is something that I need in my life. Alrighty, staying kind of zoomed in because the rest of our comparisons are going to be on the tinier side. I almost forgot there was a Galactic Heroes 187th. Yeah, they did a Galactic Heroes one. I believe it was in a multi-pack, if I'm not mistaken. I think so. But yeah, he's a shock trooper, but purple. He's got some battle damage on him, which is kind of interesting. The Galactic Heroes one only did the one-tone purple, but it was still the darker purple. Definitely like it, you know. I just, something about a purple clone, man. And last but not least, have to compare it to the Lego minifig. It is absolutely astounding to me that Lego, of all companies, actually made the 187th. Because as far as I know, this was a design that was made by Hasbro back in the day. This is a Lego minifigure of a Hasbro action figure. And it is pretty astounding that they actually did it. From what I'm seeing on the Lego one, it also does have the two-tone purple. You can kind of see it has like the darker purple on the belt and on the chest. Then it's kind of lighter for the stripes on the legs. He has a lighter color for the cheeks. I think it's this gray though. As far as I can tell, let me get a little bit closer, like off camera. Yeah, I am gonna say that Lego actually did implement the two tones. I'm going to call it. It's kind of hard to tell. It's a little hard to tell, but I do think that Lego did the two tones. Still, not bad. I do appreciate that Lego actually printed the armor on, like the strap and the extra armor, because that's something that I feel like is kind of crucial for this character design. It's kind of odd to me that the Black Series one didn't do that. I don't know why. I mean, they haven't made that style of armor yet. Like this, I believe this is the Bakara armor. They have not done the Bakara armor yet for Black Series because they haven't done a Bakara yet. But I'm kind of surprised that they didn't at least make a new mold to put on this guy, because I feel like it's such a cool detail of the 187th. Kind of makes him look a little bit more bulky and armored, but they still look cool without it, in my opinion. Still looks alright. Alrighty, so there we go. There's my review of the Clones of the Republic Black Series 2-pack of Mace Windu and the 187th Legion clone. This is definitely one of my favorite Black Series clones, for sure. It's not perfect. It doesn't have the two-tone purples. It doesn't have the chest armor. But still, we got the 187th Purple Boy in the Black Series. That's so cool. I love all the love that this particular clone has been getting lately. I never expected to see this guy in Black Series. I never expected to see it in Lego. I never expected a life-sized helmet of it. I don't have any of, like, the Black Series life-size helmets, but the Disney 187th one is the first one I've actually been tempted to buy because it's a purple clone helmet. It's wild to me. Let me know what you guys think. I hope if this is a set you wanted that you're able to get it. It took me a while. I definitely was worried for a while that I wouldn't get it, but thankfully I did. Very relieved there. Definitely a pretty cool 2-pack. The Mace Windu, I'll take care of him. Don't need him. But I will definitely enjoy having a purple clone trooper among all of my Black Series clones. I really do like how diverse the Black Series clone collection is getting, especially if you also collect the AliExpress ones. Those enhance the collection by quite a bit. I'm definitely excited to see what Black Series has to offer in this Clones of the Republic 2-pack line moving forward. I just hope that they become a little bit more available. We'll see. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about this 2-pack down in the comments below. Special shout out to channel members, as always. Have a great one, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.